Scorty. And you have no idea how to tell time.
Great gift, Dad. Way to think things through.
Somehow you'd think that a man who can send a rocket into space would be able to manage a halfway decent birthday present. Nope.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 5th annual Halloween special. My name is Garrett. This is Grizzly Reviews. I am so excited for Halloween this year. I hope you've had an amazing one. Go see some scary movies, spend time with your friends, family. Just enjoy the spookiest of the holidays. So the past couple of years of Halloween specials have been movies that I have really loved and just obsessed about. And this year continues that trend because I am covering Jordan Peele's Nope. This movie came out in 2022, and since my theatrical viewing, I have seen it 3 additional more times, including earlier this month where I rewatched it on the 23rd of October for my favorites day. If you didn't know, I have been doing 31 Days of Halloween where I watch a movie or TV show or short film that is Halloween, spooky, scary, horror related. And with my favorite number being 23, I thought on the 23rd of October I should watch one of my favorite horror movies. I couldn't decide, so leaving it up to random chance, I watched Nope. And this viewing just reminded me how much I love Jordan Peele's direction and this movie in general. I'm not some newfound lover of this film. I have loved this movie since my initial theatrical viewing. I saw it with some work friends, and they didn't enjoy it as much as I did. During this movie, it stops becoming a horror and more of an adventure thriller. And for me, I think it worked really well. It's more akin to Jaws and Jurassic Park in what the third act becomes, but I was completely there for it. I was drawn in. This is one of my favorite Dolby theatrical viewings I've ever had, which I love that Dolby uses Nope for its advertisement before you go see a movie in its theater. If you haven't noticed yet, I'm kind of giving Ricky Park in the movie. You know, the cowboy hat. It's got a sheriff emblem on it, kid sheriff and all that, red jacket thing on the outside. And then I'm wearing Nightmare on Elm Street because Jordan Peele this entire month has been saying like how scary Nightmare on Elm Street was to him. And I didn't really have like a costume specifically planned for Halloween. I was thinking about doing Jason Kelsey, but everyone was doing it better. And I got really unconfident in committing to it. So we're going to go with this instead. And can I just say how fucking amazing I look with the cowboy hat on? Like, I'm kind of obsessed, to be honest. It's just like, wow. With that intro out of the way, it is time to jump into the review. So make sure you've watched Nope. I am going to be spoiling it. So grab your Sour Patch Kids and let's get started. A man and his sister discover something sinister in the skies above their California horse ranch, while the owner of a nearby theme park tries to profit from the mysterious otherworldly phenomenon. The marketing and trailers for Nope, I think, were really perfect. I think it advertised what this alien film was going to be, while keeping a lot of its themes and more twists in the end hidden from you. I'm just gonna put this right here. I love Nope. I think it is a perfect movie. You are not going to hear any complaints about this film, so if you want that, you're not looking in the right place. I'm not here to shit on a movie that I absolutely adore. One of my favorite genres are alien creature films. Like creature features in general, alien films, I am completely there for them. So yeah, I was going into Nope with pretty high expectations. I love Us. I really like Get Out. Get Out is hard movie to rewatch every time because its twists and turns don't become as impactful the more you watch it. And in the case of Us, the family dynamic and characters and humor throughout that movie really make that enjoyable to watch through. And Nope is no different compared to Us. This movie's humor is fantastic, and its scares are even better because I will rewatch this movie and the same scares get me every single time. The massive amount of blood that Jean Jacket is putting onto the house is just terrifying, and then the jump scare of the horse going through the windshield gets me every single time, and I am anticipating it. I am terrified for what's coming, but it still gets me. It's such an effective jump scare. And the characters, oh my gosh. I love OJ played by Daniel Kaluuya. I love Emerald played by Keke Palmer. These two actors playing siblings is just perfect casting. The dynamic they have together is immaculate. What Keke Palmer does as Emerald in this movie should be studied. She is just unhinged in the perfect way possible, and I love every single word Emerald says. There's just a way that Keke Palmer speaks as Emerald that is so infectious and lovable, and you really care for these characters. Speaking as someone who is on the spectrum, I do have Asperger's. It's not explicitly said that OJ is on the spectrum, but the way that he avoids eye contact is a little bit more unsociable. It reads like he's on the spectrum, and I would love to know if that was Daniel Kaluuya's intention or if that was in the writing. Even if that's not the intention, the way that the character comes off on the screen, it is so cool to see someone on the spectrum being so involved and capable and intelligent, and it's not a pitfall that this person is on the spectrum. It's what makes OJ so understanding to the animals that he's taking care of. If he didn't already not make connections with people's eyes very often, I don't think it would make it a point to him of not looking up at Jean Jacket. Like, he just understands the game that Jean Jacket is playing. However, and the reason why I am wearing what I am wearing today, Steven Yeun is exceptional as Ricky Jupe Park. This character is so fucking tragic. The trauma that he went through as a kid and his obsession to try and stay in the spotlight and become a spectacle again. It's just deeply upsetting and sad to see what this character has gone through and how it has affected him as a grown adult. I love the flashback scenes in this movie. A lot of people don't understand why Gordy is in this film, but I think Gordy and the story of Ricky Park is necessary to the theming of this film. The fact that Hollywood and the human experience as a whole relies on having spectacles to keep us engaged, and the mistreatment of animals in the film industry is so imperative to be shown with what happens with Gordy in the flashbacks. You have to understand in the past how the mistreatment of this chimp led to the deaths of people and the banning of using chips on movie sets, then relating to people who work in the film industry with animals now and what they do to protect the animals that we're working with. You can compare the Gordy flashbacks with the advertisement film set and what happens with the horse there. The production crew and actors are being very unsafe around this animal, introducing new objects that we aren't used to yet just for the visual effects. And people are getting too close. So of course, when something goes wrong and the animal becomes agitated, it's going to lash out. And thankfully no one got hurt in the case of the horse, but with balloons that are filled with helium that light up really easily under the amount of stage lights that you have on a set, it's no surprise they pop. And it's no surprise that the chimp reacted the way it did. And the shoe, I love the line of OJ asking, "What's a bad miracle?" And in my opinion, that is what the shoe is there for. It is a bad miracle. It's miraculous that a shoe is somehow standing upright on its heel while so much chaos and death around it is happening. I really want the script of Nope in book form. I just want it in my possession to read. I recently looked at Universal's website. They sell the orange Scorpion King hoodie that Otis is wearing, and they have a Haywood Hollywood Ranch hat, and I want both of those really bad. It's going to be a problem. But I've got two more characters I want to talk about. You've got Michael Wincott playing Antlers Holst, whose voice is just amazing. He is the cinematographer, director person that I just love, but then you also are like, you're so stupid, but then you understand like this person is probably sick, so he doesn't worry about getting the impossible shot. By the way, I love the camera POV of when he's getting sucked up by Jean Jacket and he's just filming. It's not found footage, but it is found footage, but that POV shot I just love anyways. And finally, you've got Brandon Perea playing Angel Torres, who has maybe my favorite joke in the movie when he's discussing his ex that broke up with him and how she left him for a CW pilot. I just think it's so funny as someone who used to watch a lot of CW shows, and now I kind of understand, yeah, that's not worth leaving someone for getting on the CW. Angel is a really fun character as well in this movie because he's already into the UAP world, unidentified alien projectile? I don't know what UAP stands for again. And then he also has the technical knowledge to help them with the camera stuff. So it really works as a character. He has a fun dynamic with the other ones, and he gives them a place to escape to when Jean Jacket directly goes for them and their house. Hoyt van Hoytema is the cinematographer for Nope. If you don't recognize that name, he is the DP for Tenet, Oppenheimer, Interstellar, Dunkirk, Spectre, Ad Astra. His resume is outstanding, and all of the movies he shoots, they are spectacular. I haven't seen Ad Astra yet, but I do kind of want to. But going back to the subject at hand, the cinematography in Nope is spectacular. This movie does the thing that Nolan likes to do of having your regular frame and then cutting to a full IMAX screen, which I really love. I don't want a movie that's fully in IMAX if you're going to make it in IMAX. I love the differences in aspect ratio. I know that's very nerdy, but it's really fun to see those changes happen. If you recall the season 2 premiere of The Mandalorian, it had an aspect ratio change that I loved a lot. And I just think Nope is a perfectly filmed movie. I love how the camera kind of just gets lost in the sky, and there's no sense of direction when it's trying to capture the alien. Like, the alien is just partly on screen, but that's not where the focus of the camera is. It's kind of just as lost visually as the characters would be trying to look up at the sky and see Jean Jacket. The day for night shooting is spectacular. You can kind of tell that's what they're going for, but it helps you being able to see the characters and actions on screen during the night. It's not some Game of Thrones situation where they just terribly do it. It looks really well in Nope. And Jordan Peele, with his third movie, is showing he is one of the best directors working in film today, and possibly ever in horror. I really think he's knocked it out of the park with each of his 3 movies, and I cannot wait for his movie coming out in 2026. Something that deeply upset me when it came time for awards season was the fact that Nope's score was not up for Best Original Score at the Oscars. What Michael Abels does with The Run, Urban Legends, and Wincott in this movie, I have listened to those musical tracks so much, and they're gonna be forever ingrained in my brain. Nope is just one of those scores that you can have on in the background, fall asleep to it. It's just the perfect mood and atmosphere, and it's so inventive. Michael Abels did the scores for all 3 of Jordan Peele's films, and I think this is his best work, and I was genuinely pissed off when it was not nominated for anything. We're just gonna get into some moments in this movie that I really love. I am obsessed with thumbs up that Ricky does. The scene where Ricky comes to check out if the Haywood stole his horse with the flags on it, and his interaction with Emerald is hilarious. I love that so much. I just have so many vocal stems from this movie, like when Antler's host is doing the Purple People Eater in his super deep voice. That is really wonderful. I really love it when Keke Palmer says Hollyweed. That's all you had to tell me was some Hollyweed. Thumbs up is another vocal stem for me from this movie. Thumbs up. Thumbs up, 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 thumbs up. Is that gonna be fucking stupid? We'll see. The scary scenes in this movie are fantastic. The Star Lasso experience and what happens there and what you see with the people inside of Jean Jacket is just terrifying. The screams are so haunting. I don't think there's ever been a sequence of screams that have been scarier in a movie before. Sometimes that is all you're listening to are these people screaming, and they're somewhere up in the sky, you can't help them, and it is just fully unsettling and terrifying. Once we do the Gordy flashback, and then the finale of them getting away from the Haywood Ranch after Jean Jacket does the full blood rain down. That entire run of this movie is just scare after amazing scene and monologues. And I just love this movie so much. 4 times in and I'm still on the edge of my seat, tense as fuck, watching these people get squished in an alien and then all of their bodies and stuff are just falling down, and the image that Jordan Peele does is truly remarkable, and it's so fucking good. I also die when Emerald is throwing Sour Patch Kids at the praying mantis on the camera. It's just so funny. And I think it's amazing. This truly is a very funny movie. I think the humor in it is perfect. I just love that Nope has some real life film history, showing Sally Gardner at a gallop. One of the first moving pictures to ever be made is really cool at the basis for these characters and the business that their father created, who, by the way, is played by Keith David. And even though he's only in this movie for a short amount of time, I just think he's wonderful as OJ and Emerald's father. I wish I got to see scenes of all 3 of those characters together, but you really just got OJ and his dad. So getting into the ending of this movie, I said before that there's kind of a genre switch for the 3rd act of this film, and I love it. It is fun to watch characters work to get their goal of trying to get an alien captured on film so they can save their ranch with enough money that they would make by selling these images. And then it's a survival at some point. Once they really piss off Jean Jacket, they have to survive because they're just in the worst possible position ever. And just like the unfurling of Jean Jacket showing how much of a butterfly angel, I know that's the kind of imagery that Jordan Peele was going for with this movie, but that escalation and you seeing how angry it is, I love its little square flare thingy that happens. That's really fun visual. I think just showing some character from Jean Jacket. So with the score and the characters and how they talk to each other and the level of care that I have for Emerald and OJ, I am always at the edge of my seat. I am rooting for them. I am completely enthralled in what is happening during the finale of this movie. You gotta mention the Akita reference with the motorcycle in this film. Of course, Jordan Peele would somehow to get that in a horror movie. Truly unexpected, but it is a perfect reference. The only other way I could really say everything I want to about this movie is to make a commentary track on it. So if you want that one day, I will get some friends over and I'll make a commentary track of it. Because I just think this movie is amazing It is really hard to talk about an entire movie without going on way too long because I don't want to take too much time out of your Halloween. But I just love Nope. Like, truly, Nope is a perfect movie. The acting, the cast, the writing and directing by Jordan Peele, Hoyt van Hoytema as your cinematographer, and the camera choices that are made in this movie. Michael Abel's score, Keke fucking Palmer, Steven Yeun, Daniel Kaluuya. Like, every single thing about this movie is genuinely amazing and awesome. And it's no surprise at all that I am going to give Nope a 10 out of 10. I just loved Nope when I saw it in theaters. It is my favorite movie that came out in 2022. I will rewatch this movie annually, sometimes multiple times a year, like I watched it twice in 2024. It makes me feel safe. It's a good comfort movie. It's the perfect vibe. And I fucking love it. So that brings us to the end of the 5th annual Halloween special. If you like this video, please like it down below. And I would love to know what you think about Nope. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Does it lose it for you at some point during the movie? I just want to know every single thing you have to say about Nope in the comments. If you want to see more of my videos, hit subscribe. And Agatha All Along ended last night. And on my podcast, The Bear Watch Project, we are going to finish our review of the show, covering episodes 8 and 9 in our next episode. So if you want to check that out, use the link in my description. I am having the most amazing time podcasting, and I hope that you follow us on this journey. But until then, thank you again for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye! However people wave with a cowboy hat, I don't know. I was trying something new. Thumbs up!